Today we have the honor of hearing the powerful story of Maddy Saviadjuk, a young woman who has experienced profound pain, but also miraculous healing, resilience, and hope. Welcome to 100 Huntley Street, Maddy.
Thank you for having me.
Maddy, we're so honored to have you join us today. And it's an incredible time and season in your life right now. Just about over a year ago, you got baptized.
Yes, I did.
Tell us a bit about the day you got baptized and how that felt.
I got baptized by one of the Alpha leaders here who became close friends with my family. And my mother also got to baptize me with him. And ever since then, I've really felt the Holy Spirit in me. So whenever people come to me with problems, I just say pray about it. And it's my first thing to go to now.
So it sounds like it really empowered you inside.
Yeah.
So who is God to Maddy today?
God is my best friend. I feel like I talk to him in prayer more than I do some of my friends. I see him as a father too. So I just love God.
Maddy, prior to this season of your life where God was really active and you know, you felt so much healing, things have been very challenging.
Yes.
So are you comfortable to take us back to the first 5 years of your life and
Yes.
what you experienced?
Yeah. So I was born in a very remote village in Quebec, at the very top of Quebec, and I'm Inuit. When you're so far up there, there's not a lot of resources, and because of what residential schools did primarily was there's a lot of alcoholism. So I was put into care when I was 6 months old, and then from that point on until I was about 5, I was in 70 homes, but I moved 102 times within those 4.5 years.
Well, let's bring you to Michelle and Richard, your parents, and to that moment. So at 5 years old, you did go into their home, and they very much wanted you. And I'm sure that was a beautiful season for you to realize that. But there were some dynamics and some politics. And as a result, you were actually taken out of their home again and brought back to Ontario. Tell us about that season.
My mom told me that I needed to go to Ontario, and then I was moving back with a social worker that I had lived with before. So it was someone familiar, so it wasn't that bad until I got there. I was sexually assaulted for the 9 months I was there by my social worker's ex-husband.
Soon enough, your mom and your dad, Michelle and Richard, were able to get you back. When you got back to them, you were 6 years old?
Almost 7.
Almost 7. Were you able to tell them what had happened to you?
No, I completely blocked everything out.
Okay. In high school, some things started to come up for you. What was going on for you in high school?
Both of my biological parents are both alcoholics, so I felt like it was inevitable for me to drink. So I started drinking, and that was grade 12.
You thought that drinking was in your blood and, right, this is your future and you're going to, you know, be an alcoholic or drink a lot. But did you also drink to numb out these feelings and these memories that were coming back of the sexual abuse you experienced?
Yes, I did. That was the main reason why I started drinking.
Maddy, eventually, you know, your parents, you had some run-ins with them because of the drinking. Tell us a little bit about when that really came to a boiling point and what happened.
The boiling point was when I turned 19, because that is the legal drinking age here. And I had a job, so I had the money. Half a month, my parents would have to come pick me up from the police because I was drunk somewhere. And then one night my dad had to pick me up at a McDonald's because some guys were surrounding me, and the security guard called my parents. So my dad picked me up, and then I was blacked out. My dad woke me up because I was on my bed, and he's like, "You need to leave, you need to sober up." So I decided to leave home, and I thought I was so much smarter than my parents, and I was also really drunk. So not the best decision.
So you left home. Where did you go?
I started going downtown, and then downtown led me to the bars, and then the bars led me to the downtown east side.
And once you were there in the downtown east side, what did life become for you?
Everyone around me was doing drugs, and I told everyone around me, I was like, I don't do drugs, I only drink. And then one night, I don't know how, but someone that I knew had to take me to his place because I was blacked out at a park. And then there I woke up hungover, and they started doing crack, and he was like, "Do you want to try?" And I said yes. And then after that, I felt sick, and it was so bad. And then I told one of the people I knew from the streets, I was like, I just tried crack. I did not like it. And then because prior to this, he knew I only drank, and he did meth. And he basically said, I know you're going to try doing meth, and there's a lot of bad people out there who lace your stuff with fentanyl, so you're going to try it with me. And after that first hit of meth, I just kept chasing it. So,
Maddy, how dangerous did that season get for you?
Very dangerous, because I was not safe on testing my drugs, or I just took anything that anyone gave me, and I overdosed multiple times on fentanyl.
I know your parents were looking for you, and eventually your mom, Michelle, found you.
Yeah.
And brought you home.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So from January 1st to January 7th of 2024, I detoxed in my room for a week. And then I called my mom, and I was like, I'm done. I've detoxed for a week. Come see me, basically. Yeah.
That's a very brave decision you made, and not easy. And to also detox on your own would be incredibly challenging.
Yeah.
Now, your mom and you ended up connected to Broadway Church.
Yes.
So you go home, and what was that like for you guys to get connected to this church? What was happening, and how did you get in here?
We did come for about a month, and when I got in touch with my parents again after New Year's, I was surprised that they were still going here and that the kids loved going here, and my mom and dad got baptized. So I saw God move in them, and that made me want to continue out actually growing in relationship with God.
So Maddy, through Broadway Church, you ended up part of the life recovery program. That was your treatment. You experienced a lot of healing, and you went to counseling, and you've had a lot of healing and growth. Yeah. And now you're very actively involved in City Reach Care Society. Tell us a bit about your how you serve in the City Reach Care Society and what your hope is for your future.
I serve right now with Food for Families, and I do that every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon, and it's just to help people get food. We do around 150 bags each time I do a shift, and that accumulates to helping a lot of people. So I'm going to start volunteering on Sundays to talk to people and hand out food for Club Freedom. And that's just to talk to people who are struggling, homeless, or just need someone to talk to. So I'm going to start helping volunteer with them, and I'm very excited.
Well, Maddy, thank you so much for sharing your story today. And we're so excited to see what else God is going to be doing in your life in the future. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.